Hey guys, how's it going? Solo back with another daily video, and boy do I have a video for you today. This is going to be a long one, so watch it on 1.5 or 1.75x if you need to, but what a volatile day today, and I'm not talking about just the stock market, but we're going to do a deep dive today into Marathon Patent Group, ticker symbol MARA or MARA. But before we do that, like we always do, we're going to talk about the overall market today. Then we'll get into how MARA traded today. It was absolutely a rocket today. We're going to do some updated technical analysis, but I've got a bunch of new news articles that came out on MARA. A lot of good news that happened over the past 24 hours, and I want to cover it all. And then, as we always do, we will update the technical analysis, and I'm going to show you the option flow data on MARA to see what the big money investors were doing today. So let's get right into it. Taking a look at the FinViz heat map here, take a look at this. So much bright green, so much bright red. It's like Christmas time all over again. Big tech, the NASDAQ had a rough day today because if you weren't aware, it looks as though the Democrats have taken the Georgia Senate seats. So we basically have a 50-50 split in the Senate. But as you know, the Vice President, Kamala Harris, will be the tiebreaker. So essentially, it seems as though the Democrats will have full control over the government, and the big tech stocks did not like that, but the rest of the stock market did. In fact, the Russell 2000, the IWM, was up, I believe, over 5% at some point today, but around 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m. today, the whole market just kind of sold off a little bit, so some of those gains were lost, but we still closed, I believe, around 4% up on the Russell 2000. The NASDAQ was red to begin the day, rallied green towards the middle of the day, but then because of that late day sell-off, did end up going into the red, as you can see. But look at this, AMD down 2%, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Facebook, Amazon, the big tech stocks were all red. Tesla managed to stay green, up over 2.8%. But let's get right into it. Let's talk about Marathon Patent Group. So here's the Robinhood graph on MARA today, and take a look at this. MARA was not affected by the volatility in the stock market or in politics. It was green right at the opening bell, up over 7% right at market open, and really never looked back. Here's the sell-off that I was talking about. Around 2 p.m., the whole market sold off. But like I said, MARA at that point was up over 28%. And then within that hour, hour and a half, sold off to being only up 17.6%, but then rallied during the last 30 minutes to close the day, up 24.8%, and there is no end in sight. At the time of me making this video, it's up another 8.2% after hours. So MARA is absolutely crushing it. If you're not familiar with the company, MARA is involved basically with blockchain technology, with Bitcoin. So as you know, Bitcoin has been on an absolute rip recently. So the other stocks like MARA and Riot Blockchain have also been ripping just along with it. Let's take a look at how juicy the premiums are on MARA. Let's say you wanted to sell a weekly option on MARA for January 15th because MARA, as you can see, only has monthly options available. They really need to get in on the weekly option game. But take a look at this. Let's say you want to sell a put for January 15th, and that would be at the money, for example. You would collect $325 for only $1,800 in collateral. That would be a return on risk of, wait for it, 18%. That is unheard of. I can't remember the last time I saw any ticker give you that high of a return on risk for that short of an expiration. I don't have any position right now on MARA, but honestly, I don't think I can hold that much longer. The juicy premiums are just too much to pass up right now. I could go so far out of the money. You know, I could probably go to a 95% chance of profit at the $7 strike, collect $6 in premium. That's a little bit too low for me. Why don't we go up to like an 80% probability of profit, collect $54 in premium for only $1,200 in collateral. That would give me a return on risk of, as you can see, 4.5%. That's crazy for just a little over a week until expiration. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you have shares or options open on MARA, but it's just too juicy for me to pass up right now. Now let's take a look at the articles that I want to talk about today. So here's the first article out of the Motley Fool. And the title of this article is Bitcoin surges past $35,000 for the first time, causing Bitcoin mining stocks to skyrocket. Now, the one ticker that I haven't talked about yet is CleanSpark, ticker symbol CLSK. And this article, they're comparing CleanSpark to Riot Blockchain and to Marathon. And right now, they're saying that CleanSpark is actually not the better play. In fact, Riot and Mara are the better play. If we take a look at this article and we scroll down, we can see right now that it says, according to blockchain.com, the current total hash rate of the Bitcoin blockchain network is estimated at almost 150 million terahashes per second. And if we keep reading, you'll see that Riot Blockchain and Marathon's new mining pool can mine far more Bitcoin tokens than CleanSpark. So right now, if you wanted to get in on the crypto craze, I would personally look at Riot or Marathon over CleanSpark. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but I like the data that's presented in this article. Now, the next article I want to show you is this article out of TipRanks on Yahoo Finance, and this is titled, Is Marathon Patent Stock a Buy Right Now? This is what you need to know. These are the articles that I love reading because they tell me what I need to know. So the first thing is, this guy, H.C. Wainwright analyst Kevin Deedy, he has updated or upgraded the price target on Mara from $9 to $17. He's basically doubled the price target. So an analyst upgrade is always good news for a stock. That's a very bullish sentiment, obviously. And he's basing that off the company's announcement that it's purchasing another 10,000 top-of-the-line Bitmain Antminers. And he's saying that, quote unquote, takes the cake. So he is also raising his sales forecast for 2021 from $67.5 million to $161 million, while the earnings per share estimate becomes positive at $1.10 per share. So he is very bullish on Mara right now, which is what you like to see if you want to cash in on the crypto craze. So here's another article also out of Yahoo Finance, and this one is about Marathon Patent Group and DMG Blockchain Solutions. They are forming what they're calling the Digital Currency Miners of North America, the DCMNA, and they are launching the first North American cooperative mining pool. So they're basically pooling their Bitcoin mining resources together. If we read through the article, what they're saying, and this is crazy to think about, but they're saying Marathon Patent Group, their mining hash rate, it accounts for 7.6% of the total Bitcoin network's hash rate. And if all miners were put into this pool, they're going to have a lot of benefits, which are obviously going to be profit sharing, whereby miners receive rebates based on their contributed hash rate. They're going to have increased transparency, as all financial information will be audited by a third-party firm. They're going to have also lobbying efforts to improve policies and the regulatory environment in North America for miners. And they're going to have what they call clean block mining that's going to adhere to the Office of Foreign Asset Control's compliance standards. So this is kind of a big move in terms of the Bitcoin mining scene forming a collaboration between another company to kind of form this super Bitcoin mining organization. So again, just more bullish news on Marathon right now. And the last article I want to show you is actually this article out of Yahoo Finance yet again. If you haven't figured it out, I really like going to Yahoo Finance for my finance news. But this one is titled Marathon Patent Group Completes $200 million Capital Raise, ending the year with, get this, $217.6 million in cash. That is a ton of cash that they have on hand. And that's only to end 2020. And like I said, they are using some of that money to purchase new Antminers so they can keep generating even more cash. So just overall great news on Marathon Patent Group. And right now, like I said, we are in a cryptocurrency craze where everything is just going up and to the right. Let's take a look at the technical analysis on Mara, because I was correct on my prior predictions. So let's keep doing it. So here's the TradingView graph on Marathon Patent Group, or ticker symbol MARA. If you're new to the video or new to the channel, these are daily candles, so each candle represents 1 day of trading. The orange line is the 21-day moving average. The pink line is the 50-day moving average. I have volume bars here on the bottom and the RSI curve below that. These colored bars are the Fibonacci retracements, and my yellow lines here are areas of support and resistance that I've identified. Take a look at this. Look at all this volume that happened in the past 2 days, especially today. And look at these big green candles yesterday and today. Big moves on Mara for the past 2 days. And you can see by my arrow, I thought that we were going to continue this up into the right trend. Go back to my prior videos if you don't believe me. But I think this trend is going to continue. I think we're riding this 10D train to the moon. We can update our fib levels to the intraday highs today to make it look something like this. And here's the interesting thing. Take a look at that. The 38.2% Fibonacci level lines up perfectly with this area of support that I drew around $11.70. Right now, I think the next area of support is going to be right around here, the 23.6% Fibonacci level, which is at about $14. Take a look at this. Both of these candles here on December 22nd and December 28th topped out there, and we pretty much almost bottomed out there intraday as well. I think this is now going to act as support, and we are going to continue this train ride up and to the right. I am still very bullish on Mara, even though the RSI curve shows that it's overbought. It's been overbought for almost a month now, and it keeps going up. I think we're going to keep riding this rocket ship to the moon. So let me know if you agree or disagree, but I would say a support level is around $14. For me, that wants to start wheeling or doing the real strategy on Mara, I think I'm going to sell a cash good put probably below $11, at least below $12. That way I'm protected by two areas of support in case something crazy happens and we have a little bit of a sell-off. But I think even somewhere around $12 to $11 would get me a lot of premium like I showed you on the Robinhood option chain. But we'll keep an eye on it, see what the trading chart looks like tomorrow morning, what the option chain looks like tomorrow, and of course, I'll let you know if I make a play. Lastly, let's end the video looking at the Trade UI option flow data to see what the big money investors were doing. So here's the Trade UI platform that I used to get my option flow data, and take a look at this. 38 sweeps came in on Mara, and if we take a look at this. If we scroll down, the green boxes represent call options that were bought. This one red box represents the one bearish play on this option sweep chain. Take a look at this. All these call options were bought for some big money. At the end of the day, literally 1 minute before market closed, 3:59 p.m., a almost $200,000 position came in on Mara. But take a look at this. It's a $10 strike price. So this is going to be a hedge because this option is already in the money. And this is for next Friday. So someone is actually betting pretty big that we're going to have a little bit of a pullback on Mara in the next week and a half. But the majority of these strikes are $17, $20, $18, $19. So the majority of these are actually bullish call options, people betting that Mara is going to continue rising for the next week and a half, or maybe even the next month for some of these February 19th options. It is interesting, though, that most of these options, if you look at it, expire next Friday. There's not a lot of options that are longer than January or February. In fact, there's only one, which is a January of 2022 call option. And take a look at this. It's a $4 strike for $274,000. So this is, again, a hedge because this is an in-the-money call option. So someone is betting that Mara in the next year will have a pullback. Maybe they're thinking, you know what? I've seen this episode before where the cryptocurrency rage happens, then we sell off really hard. And maybe they think the same thing is going to happen that happened a few years ago, where everybody gets in on the cryptocurrency craze, and then at the top, it all comes crashing down. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Let me know what ticker you want me to make a video about next. I always like discovering new stocks and new tickers. As always, join our Discord server if you're not in there already. Make sure you add me on Twitter, add me on Instagram, and add me on Reddit. And as always, happy trading.